So in 14 years, we've gotten a third Toy Story sequel. We've gotten 2 car sequels. We've got a Finding Nemo sequel. But we finally have gotten around to the one we've all been waiting for. And this movie had like an overwhelming amount of hype to live up to. The first Incredibles is a real point of nostalgia for a lot of people from a broad age range. This is not something that appeals to one age group or another. It appeals to people my age. It appeals to little kids. It appeals to people significantly older than me, elderly people. I mean, anybody can watch The Incredibles and just have a good time, which is why I think it is so well beloved. It's just regarded today, I think, among most people as this huge high point in the Pixar filmography. By the way, I recently went back and watched The Incredibles, and I love the characters and the story and the passion and the heart. You know, the animation, it's dated for sure, definitely. Movie came out 14 years ago. We've had huge leaps and bounds, which was another concern of mine going into The Incredibles 2. Will these feel like the same characters? Will they look like the same characters? Will they sound like the same characters? Because a lot of the actors are significantly older now. And I am so happy to report, guys, that is definitely a yes, across the board. They did such a great job of making this look and feel exactly like the first Incredibles movie. It picks up almost precisely where the original Incredibles film ends. So it really just puts you right back into that world. You step right back into those shoes at whatever age you were when you first saw the original Incredibles. It's like this instant rush, this instant nostalgia trip. As soon as you get back into the movie, as soon as the theme starts to play over the opening logos, it's just so exciting when you're first getting into this film, and they deliver on the characters. It has the heart, and boy does it have the action down. That's what I love so much about the first Incredibles film, although it was kind of commentary on superheroes and the superhero genre, and it had that social commentary aspect, and that's all here as well. But this really captures the great high-flying, well-choreographed action of the original Incredibles, and it steps it up like tenfold, as any good superhero sequel should, and really wows me. I mean, Elastigirl, I should say that she's probably my favorite character in this movie. I mean, she really got her moment to shine in this film, and I'm glad they chose to kind of focus on her character maybe just a little bit more than some of the other characters. It's really her story and Mr. Incredible's story at the end of the day, of course, along with their kids, but it really gives her a lot of screen time and really shows off her ability. She kicks some serious ass in this film. It's just refreshing to see a sequel made so many years after the original came out, and that the filmmakers and everyone involved really gets it. You can tell they get it. They knew what audiences wanted to see. They wanted to see a well-told story with well-written characters. Like any movie, that's what we all want to see, but it's all wrapped up in this packaging of the Incredibles universe. You can tell that there was heart, passion, and a lot of planning and thought put into this movie. It does not feel formulaic, although at times I do feel it is maybe a tad bit predictable, and I do have one more issue with the film that's not a huge issue, but if I were going to nitpick, no movie's perfect. So I guess at the end of the day, I just couldn't have asked for anything better than a solidly told story with really good characters in an Incredibles sequel. It's not a cash grab. They're not constantly winking at the audience and making references to the original every 5 seconds. It doesn't feel like we're going backwards. It does feel very much like we are moving forwards, but maintaining the integrity of the universe. Now, to my one small minor nitpicky criticism of the film, like any superhero film, sometimes the greatest weakness is the villains. Now, I'm not going to go into great detail here. I really liked the villain in this film, but it was very much, a villain of the week. It didn't impact, I would say, the characters directly, other than putting them in physical danger, which is what you would expect with the standard villain. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the story overall, and I think it did kind of add and complement the original very much, which is what it needed to do. So the fact that the villain was a little bit, again, villain of the week, I can forgive, because the movie around that is so well done. So I guess it goes without saying, guys, that if you like the first Incredibles, you are really going to enjoy Incredibles 2. Whether or not it's better than the first one or not, I don't care. So go ahead and comment below, guys, and tell me what you thought of The Incredibles 2. Did it live up to your expectations? Was there something maybe missing in the film that you were hoping to see? And, of course, are you looking forward to maybe an Incredibles? And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and click like below. And if you want to see more videos like this, just go ahead and click subscribe.